Welcome to another edition of Thunder and Lightning. I am your host, Danny, and of course, next to me is the lovely and talented. Happy 5th anniversary for doing sports podcasting. I don't know why, but Nikki, what is up? How's it going tonight? We got a lot to talk about tonight.
Why'd you say you don't know why?
I was being funny, because we were like, why do we always do this? We find this passion to be psychotic, and it's like just for our self-loathing of like, oh, we'll just put our sports takes out there and see where they land. So, Nick, happy anniversary. I love how I'm the one that helped you not do a lot of prepping and just going onto the show and winging it.
Yeah, to be fair, though, you are the first co-host I have that does not require an immense amount of research to pull off a show.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, I think it was different, you know. Like, remember when I started, I know everybody knows me as the foul-mouthed Giants girl, but when I started, it wasn't team specific. Every show I did was around the league, and it was betting, and it was picks and, you know, prop bets and daily fantasy. So, you know, I know people think I just know about the Giants, but like for a long time I had to know the entire league, right?
Right. Yeah, that's completely different. Of course.
It's totally different. And so you have to prep for that. You don't just go outside and walk and bounce your, you know, real boobs on camera and hope that your bets hit, right? So you have to do some research. So, right. You know, I did that for years, and then, you know, you come along, and the show that we were a part of prior to going off on our own, goddamn, I mean, I thought I had to know the playbook. It was just a little much for me. It was a little too in depth. And I don't take it that seriously. And you don't you're a homer, but we don't take ourselves that seriously. So yeah,
because you could go to like so many different other places that spend 10 hours a day of like breaking down every fiber. We're not those people because unfortunately we have lives to handle, and unfortunately, as much as we would love to do all that stuff, it's just physically impossible some weeks. So, Nick, before I forget, here's the video before we get into Jameis Winston. Before we get to Jameis, I have to play this clip. All right?
I don't know what else I can say. And if you want me to say I fucked up, I fucked up. Write it.
I fucked up. All right?
I don't know what else I can say.
All right, I fucked up.
If you want me,
Jim Calhoun losing to the press. Nikki,
what did you do? You fucked up?
I said I didn't want Jameis Winston, and the whole Giant fan base, including yourself.
Oh, this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly
the whole
what
Giant
I'm talking
fan
about.
base.
This is why we don't need to prep, because just honestly, our show truly, you know how they say the joke writes itself? Our show kind of just, how many weeks we're like, oh man, I don't know like what we got, right? And then something happens like hours before we go on. We're like, well, I guess we got it. So you trying to backpedal.
No, there's zero backpedaling.
Yesterday. Yeah, I can't wait for, you know, just go ahead, because every clip since January I have and you have, and everybody has seen it, and they know that where our stances are. So, I mean, go ahead. I'd love nothing more than to ring in my 5-year anniversary with my current co-host, just trying to backtrack and backpedal and go ahead.
There's none of it. He signed a great deal, 2 years, $8 million. We didn't overspend on him. Of course, he's not my A, B, C, or D pick of quarterback this offseason. But
why? Who was your D pick?
No, he was D. All right. He was C. So he was D. D's nuts.
Who's C? Wow. Already? You start with the...
all jokes aside,
was Joe Flacco C?
No,
we know
Joe
for you
Flacco,
it was Rodgers was A number one.
It was Stafford, Rodgers, Russ and then Jameis. So he was my fourth pick.
Third.
Oh yeah, because Stafford. Okay, fair
Wow.
enough.
So last week, your accent was getting in the way.
Yeah.
This week you can't count.
Yeah, no, it's the dyslexia in me. I can't count up to 5. No, all jokes aside, it was Stafford. It was Stafford, Rodgers. We're not counting Stafford.
We're not counting
right.
Stafford.
All right. But we did talk about it. All right.
Just stop. Just stop. No, because I'm not going to let you do what you think you're going to do.
I'm not doing nothing.
You
what
are
am I
doing
doing?
Nothing. You are.
No, I'm not.
Here. I'm
I'm
playing it down the middle because we didn't overspend. This was a great get for them. That's fucking bullshit. You've come on here for 8 weeks singing the praises of Aaron Rodgers and how much you wanted him and like on and on and on. And now you want to sit here like it's no big deal. This is the direction they should have went in.
No. I wasn't going there. I wasn't going there.
I expected you to come on here and rage like a lunatic, but you want to come on here and be like, it's all right. We didn't overspend.
Can I talk? You're done talking?
No, because you can, but it's just gonna be bullshit that comes out of your mouth. But go ahead.
There's no bullshit. It was a 2-year, $8 million. I have to be the host and tell everybody what the contract was, and this is where you blow off the handle. All right, so I do have to bring these things up. So
everybody knows what the contract is.
Our show, it brings it up. Maybe someone from Mars watches our show. Thank you for watching. We are 1 away from 150 subs on our YouTube channel.
Ooh,
so
go subscribe, everybody. Just hit the goddamn button.
So it was a 2-year. It's a 2-year, $8 million. It could go up to $16 million, as we all know. It was a good backup contract. I'm still one of the rare people who was like, all right, I didn't want him. Everybody else seems to be like excited, and he's that guy that if he's not on your team, he's fun to watch and take care of. And like, I'm not excited at all to watch Jameis throw like 80 back-breaking interceptions, and then he'll do the occasional awesome touchdown. I'll be honest with you. I'm hope to be proven wrong, but
you watch it with Eli Manning. What's the difference now?
Come on. Eli and Jameis Winston is completely different.
Who's Jameis Wilson? No,
he's not JM like you.
I'm not comparing them as quarterbacks. Right. I'm saying we also watched Eli throw an ungodly amount of interceptions, and then he would hit it, and you'd be like, "Oh my god, I love this guy!" Like, did we not watch Daniel Jones do the same thing?
And that was where I was leading up to, and it just goes to show you how sad we are as Giant fans, that we're excited for someone like Jameis, who he is what he is. He's a definition of a gunslinger. He's going to make great plays. He's going to make 100 more dumb plays, and it's just going to be backbreaking. And hold on. At least the Giants pre- and post-game interviews just got a whole lot more entertaining. Yes, of course. He's gonna be a meme. He knows who he is now. He's not hiding it. He is who he is. He's going to make that clip. He's going to be being that goofy guy on the sideline, making goofy faces like I sent you yesterday. And he is who he is.
He ripped off my face, by the way.
He was, to be fair, that was Tampa Bay, so that was 2019.
Doesn't matter.
We weren't recording.
We made the same. Well, we made the same. He and I made the same face. Yes. Yeah. What was that in reference to?
You? God.
No, my face I made was you telling me you ate like a corn dog or something. His face.
No, it was probably like, I can't believe I just threw that interception or something. That was definitely part of his 30-30 year. He's going to push the ball down the field, and that's the one good thing about him. And you could take away of the I am a Jameis Winston fan club member, number 1, but I'm not satisfied. So hopefully it's coming through the draft. Like I saw a Pro Football Talk saying that they are not done looking at Russ, or dare I say Russell Wilson. I mean, Russ or Rodgers.
Do we need to just restart this whole show? Oh my god!
Who I am. I'm just silly with names tonight. It's been a long weekend, but
Jesus.
No, it's Russ and Rodgers, and I don't see that happening. Why would Rodgers or Russ come here after knowing Wilson's going to be here, and they're more than likely going to be taking a young quarterback. So
we don't know.
You never know is right. So, like, do you expect Wilson to start all 17 games?
Wilson?
No.
Winston.
Winston.
Wilson.
Oh, Winston. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, that obviously depends on what they do in the draft. I would assume, let's assume they're not getting Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson.
I like our odds with that.
Let's assume they're going to draft a quarterback. I would think, unless, Jameis Winston's got the hot hand, like I always tell you guys, you ride the hot hand, right? I would assume at some point you're going to bench him maybe week 7, week 8, and take a look at the rookie, because when we talked about this 2 weeks ago, that was part of the conversation that the chat was bringing up was, how do you bench an Aaron Rodgers week 8, right? Let's say the Giants aren't winning. This is all like the Giants aren't winning. How do you tell that type of diva, that's it, we're benching you. We got to take a look at and see what we have in the rookies. So I think if you're transitioning from, the veteran QB and Jameis to a rookie QB, that's going to be a lot easier than if it's an Aaron Rodgers. So I don't think we get a whole season out of him. But again, I mean, what if the Giants trade back and then they just get some offensive linemen? Then I don't know. Then I guess we do, unless he gets hurt and it's time. It's your boy's time. I really don't know.
No more.
I don't know. My logical guess would be they draft one of these guys, one of these quarterbacks. We see Jameis for 8 weeks maybe, and then we see the kids start playing. Again, depending on record, I would think.
And the thing with Jameis is he could magically light it up because of Daboll being a guru, and then we're in the Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold situation of like, oh shit, all right, we got to keep it going, like you said, with the hot hand. But I mean, it's going to be interesting to see.
Don't you think that's probably what's going to happen?
No, probably not. Oh, in general, sorry. Yeah, it would probably most likely be the scenario that we would be looking at. And I'm interested to see how Daboll tries to ring him in a little bit in cutting down those turnovers, kind of like he did with Daniel Jones in the first year, but obviously not to the degree of 15 touchdowns passing, because that's just not who Jameis is. That would be interesting to see if we can replicate the 2022 style offense, but being able to not be scared of pushing the ball just a little bit. It would be interesting to see how that would work out.
You're gonna have to start pushing the ball down the field.
Well, yeah, that's a given. We're offense. We're the 32nd, 31st, 30th. Yeah, we're in that ballpark every year. We're gonna have to start pushing the ball down the field.
I mean, you have to at this point. I mean, it's like 1945 football. You have to push it down the fields, like. And, like you said, Jameis could do that, and oh, by the way, we got this kid, Malik Neighbors, who's pretty damn good, who had a fantastic season with no quarterback last season. All right. So
and I know you hate him, having Slayton one too. He's a Slayton type of quarterback. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think, I brought this up today on X, and I said, in terms of leadership, because I feel like you and I talk about this, but I feel like I don't hear it a lot. Just how important leadership in the locker room is. And I feel like Saquon was a fantastic leader in the locker room. And you can't just go, oh, he went somewhere else. Yeah, I get that. But it's hard to replace a great leader on any team, in any organization. That's tough. And I think his leadership, was like sorely missing for them this season. And I think Jameis is more of a like that team guy. Like he'll rally you, he'll mentor you, he'll teach you how to lead. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is really that type. And somebody said, "Oh, now you care about leadership and culture." Well, if you've watched the show, I do talk about leadership.
We've always cared about it, but not when we're 2-14 and we're about to get the number 1 pick. And we haven't played good all entire season, and then we decide to play good that week, and then the following week we played back to our normal selves.
And
That's
now we're in
when
the
we get
position that we're in. Thank you. That's what basically I was trying to tell this
Right.
person is we've always cared, just not at, at that, we didn't need to beat the Colts
No.
because now look, right? It's like the worst thing imaginable. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like people are discounting that. And I think I think you can tell when a team does not have a strong leader in the locker room.
And it seems that we've always seen Jameis. It's not like he's a hidden secret. He's a Heisman Trophy winner, won a national championship in college. He's known, all right. He always seems to have that contagious feel in his locker room and getting the players ready to go. Can he be a knucklehead? Absolutely, but honestly, it's just really one of those things of like all right, he's a little goofy, he's a little out there, but he is what he is. And it's gonna be interesting. I'm really just like, all right, we're gonna get made fun of pretty badly. And
I don't think so. Listen, to me, in my world, there's no bad PR. I think his personal brand is going to take off even more being in New York. I think he knows that, but I think he's just going to be himself, right? Good, bad, or indifferent, just like we are. We come on here every week and we are ourselves for all that it is, and people like it or they don't like it. But I think, like you said, he's got that ability to just kind of get you rally the team. Like people will follow him, right? He is a leader. In any situation, a leader does emerge. And so I think that they were really missing that. And I'm confident that he can do that, right? I don't know if Tommy DeVito is a leader. And if you're getting a rookie QB, are their leadership skills really, refined yet? I don't know. Are they ready for the big spotlight and the media for New York? I mean, you seem to say, you thought Sanders was a little more polished in terms of media ready. So I think either one of those guys will learn from Jameis. Now, if they just go and get Russell Wilson, that basically says all you need to know right there.
yeah, and then that makes sense with the backup quarterback money. So it was a good deal. Was he my first choice? No. He was one of your first choices. Good job by you. Congratulations. For all the people that think she's just a bimbo and a fake rack of boobs, even though she doesn't have fake boobs, she does know what she's talking every now and then, and
they're real.
They are.
And they're spectacular.
There we go. The Seinfeld
they are real. Although, I mean, hey, I guess, are they that good that this guy thought they were fake? Like, no, they look real. I mean, I can even tell when a girl has fake, but one, they got the telltale, like you could drive like a tractor through it. You know what I mean? Like there are some good boob jobs out there where they're natural and they kind of look like this, but like you could tell mine are real. Like, it's okay. Like everyone can we're adults. Yeah. Obviously they're real, but
yeah, I don't think that guy's ever seen boobs before.
I don't think he's ever seen fake boobs because I don't think mine look fake.
No,
they're like not up to my neck,
Right, that's the other.
Like if they're fake, they would be like that. Yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe I want them now. Actually, hold on.
Yeah. I'm not stepping into that because oh my god, he's a misogynist. Blah blah blah. I'm not.
Oh, Jesus. You know what? If I want them, I'll get them.
Exactly. Do you, girl? But yeah,
But your point is, you could tell everybody again that I do know what I'm talking about.
You do.
So you mean the Botox and the bleach for the blonde is not seeping into my brain? You mean I actually might know a thing or two?
You do. And we do spend hours talking to each other, so we do talk sports all day long. So yeah, it isn't 1 hour a week. We just like come on and talk and like, all right, it is what it is. Like we know exactly the talking points where the other person is very happy or pissed about. So yeah. So any other foot?
You know when I'm pissed. You certainly know when I'm pissed.
Definitely. Is there any other football talk you really want to talk about? There isn't really much to talk about other than the Jameis stuff. It's been more of the quiet under the radar. We talked about the DBs last week. Obviously, that was a huge upgrade, and everything else has been backups and special teamers and basic deals. So let's see what happens with the rest of the off season before draft day comes and draft days come. It's about to come, Nick.
Are you
Your
coming
favorite-
over this year?
If as long as I'm allowed to have the window open for me to sneak in and
in.
like, hey, here I am. Yeah, I drive all this way for you to be like, what the hell are you doing here? No,
Oh
yeah,
my God.
not for me,
It's
but
not-
your weird sim fans thought I just hopped into your
Oh,
house.
yes, that was the weird thing. I mean, many people were like, how did Danny get into your house? Like legit. Like they didn't know how you got into my house.
Yeah, that's scary.
I was like, I opened the door. Like, but now I think that's one of the oddest things I've heard in all my years since I've started doing this. Like that people thought you broke into my house to do the draft show.
Yeah,
with me.
because that's what I want to do. Just hey, not invited. Take a 2-hour drive. Hop into a window. Oh, hey guys, what's going on?
By the way,
Like,
which window would you be hopping through? I mean,
I don't know.
well, my windows are big. I mean, you're tall, but it's just easier to come through the front door. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
but people legit thought that you like broke into my house.
Yeah.
And then I told them that, we planned this. I invited you. And they were like, oh, like, well, that's not fair.
That's not fair.
And then thus you started getting all this hate. But yeah, no, you did not break into my house. Although you should do it this year. Like I feel like you have to break in now.
That's so much work.
It's a lot of work when you can just come through the front door.
Yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. So yeah, that's pretty much football talk. Jameis is on the Giants. Funny meme. Let's see how long he actually plays for. But
People are very, they feel very passionately about this one way or the other.
right.
At the end of the day, I don't think it's moving the needle too much in either direction, right?
Yeah, no, it was funny. The text I got Friday night was as if like we got like the greatest quarterback of all time. I know sarcasm took a big part of it, but it was like, let's go! Like, well, like, all right, cool.
Some people, and some of these crazy fans, they're like, oh my God, we're winning the Super Bowl. Like, stop, okay? Like, just everybody stop.
The funniest tweet was the Giants should draft Hunter because he's going to catch every single ball from Jameis from both sides of the ball. So that was pretty funny.
Yeah. Was there any other big, I don't think there's any other big news, right? Signing news or anything like that around?
No, nothing of like crazy. The Commanders have been killing it this offseason.
Oh yeah. Who did they
They got Debo and they got Jeremy Tunsil and a tro. Oh, they just got Gallup. Yeah, well, whatever to that.
God.
What?
No, I'm just saying, like, remember like looking at the schedule, being like, oh, win, Commander. They do that to us now.
Yeah, between Tunsil and redoing both of their contracts, it's good. That's the beauty of a rookie quarterback. Did you see the video of Jaden Daniels' mom getting between him and Juju from USC?
I didn't. No.
It's actually really funny. They must have went to the USC basketball game, and if you don't know, Juju is actually one of the better college female basketball players out there, and they were like flirting and like just having a conversation. And the next video is Jaden Daniels' mom sitting between both of them, so they had to like split it up. So
I'll have to watch. Is it floating around on X?
Oh yeah, it's everywhere. It happened last night. So you'll So might as well get into March Madness. I know your champion is gone. We'll get into that later.
I only did that because of you. Way to like screw me up. As of like right before we went on, I saw the pop up. I still have I think I've still 80% of my bracket.
Yeah, you're killing it. Other than your champion, the money bracket I told you about. I'm second place with that because I picked Duke. So we're killing it. So as of right now, who is winning our pool right now? Let me get that up.
I actually don't know. I really need Maryland to.
I'm in 6th place right now, so I'm sitting pretty. You're in 2nd. Logan Hill, who has
He's
Florida,
been killing it.
he has 48 points, 38 correct. I have 34 correct and 43 points, and you with 36. So I'm really theoretically 2 behind you. So another year. Hopefully, we don't win.
Was the rest of the what we have, like 45 people total?
Yeah,
I mean,
good
here
job.
we are, and here we are. We're inching, you and I, in the top. Maybe one year we just don't play. Now we have to play.
One of
I
us
just
has
think it's
to play,
funny.
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's funny that every year we're
Yeah.
in
So
the mix.
and then in that the money league, I'm in 2nd place with 46 points with 35 correct.
How much is on the line?
It was $25 each, so roughly $350.
That's
I
not
think
bad.
it's winner takes all.
That's not bad. How
Yeah.
many points does the person ahead of you have? Like, is it close or?
It's a one score. It's a one
Oh, okay.
one game. But the thing that if it's between me and him and it's Duke and Florida, it's gonna basically be whoever wins it.
Okay. All
So,
right. Yeah, I kind of need Maryland to. It's 47-44 Colorado State right now.
mhm.
Yeah, give it to me on St. John. I mean, I know the shooting was a concern,
We said it all season long, and of course it happened. I'm like, that's the one thing I told you, Nick. I'm like, you could pick them, but you know how bad their offense is.
I know.
And it happened in the 2nd round. Yeah, no, it was just an awesome year, but it obviously fell a lot short. And the whole thing about Lewis getting benched and not being playing after.
Yeah, why did they do that?
I wish I knew. That was beyond bizarre. And then the way he worded it was that he played 30 minutes. What do you want from me, type of thing. So it was a bittersweet. It was. And this was the first time in 25 years that they won an actual tournament game. So there was a lot of positives. And unfortunately, 40 minutes of a bad game ended it for them.
Listen, they had a great season. I don't think you can, walk away from the season and be like, oh, it was championship or bust.
No, of course not. But once when you're already in the game, when you're already in it, it's just like, fuck.
Hey, at least you guys made it.
Yeah, and then
some of our teams didn't even sniff it.
I think it's obviously a win now when you have a all-time head coach with Rick Pitino, and he's already 70. So it's just like, all right, we have to take care of business. So it sounded like everybody was going to be coming back, and they actually got a transfer coming their way, I think, with a very young team. But you know how it is with transfer portals and the craziness of college sports these days. You can never replicate a same team year to year.
You can't.
And St. John's did take advantage of a weaker Big East this year, and 30 wins is an awesome feat.
It definitely is.
I've been meaning to bring this up on a show with you.
Oh God.
No. It's just a good talking point. It seems to be like the coaches of the Big East. I haven't really heard any of the ACC people. It just seems like the merger between the ACC and the Big East would be would be pretty interesting to see what would be going on with that. So
yeah, I've seen that idea floating around a little bit.
Yeah, you have any thoughts to that? Like, because obviously Big East is only a basketball school and the smaller sports. So the ACC has strictly football as well to be moneymakers. So that would be the biggest interesting thing to see. And okay, obviously the revenue from these schools during basketball season is going to be up. How do they handle the loss in money revenue for the Big East teams?
Yeah,
become a superpower, that would be the biggest question I have for sure. What would you think? Because this is how football and all the other sports now, the whole realignment of everything, like, it's still weird to me that USC is in the Big Ten. and they're
Yeah, no,
flying
it's
They're flying
weird.
into Rutgers on a random
I
Tuesday night.
know it's so weird, and football subsidizes all of it, and it's just it, I know you just can't wrap your head around stuff like that, but I have seen that floating around.
Right.
It would be a superpower, but I mean, look at like maybe we need it. Look at the SEC. How many teams got in? 14?
Yeah.
Like, goddamn.
Right.
It's just like the fuck. I don't know if I just like I love the Big East kind of like as it is, right? Because I don't know if it's just listen, been a Nova fan for a really long time, covering, the Big East, but it's just something like special about it, I think. But I could see I'd want it to be left alone, but I could definitely see a merger happening. But sometimes it just becomes so weird to me, right? Like look at like how they do the brackets. All of the East teams are in the West. You know what I mean? Like,
that made no sense to me.
I guess because there's more East and they got to go somewhere. But like, Maryland's in the West.
But why was the Providence games in the West bracket? That's what
I have no idea. I don't know who does it. I really don't understand all of that. Speaking of Big East, how about that UConn Florida game?
It was a great game. I have Florida going deep, and I had them in a parlay, so I needed them to win. So I was happy about that.
It was a little dicey for a minute, but UConn forgot.
They had an off year. They had an off year.
They had an off year, but they forgot how to rebound.
They forgot how to rebound, and
they're still a very well coached team, though. You can never count.
He's a big crybaby, but he's a great coach.
Yes, he's a crybaby, but I don't think you can ever really just can't count out UConn, right? Like
never.
You just
never. They are the blue blood of college basketball.
They really are. They
between
really
guys
are.
And girls.
But I feel like they exposed Florida a little bit. Florida got a little lazy, right? And I feel like they were starting to take advantage of that. They were getting a little sloppy, and then they turned it back on. But the winner of the Colorado-Maryland game will have to go play Florida. So right now it's 54-52. Colorado State is leading, but Maryland they're trading buckets back and forth. So, that would be a great matchup, Maryland and Florida.
Yeah, it would.
I think Maryland could have gotten through UConn, but I don't know if they'll get through Florida, but we'll see. It could be Colorado State that wins.
Right. How crazy is it that McNeese's manager took the world by storm a couple weeks ago, but being full front into the March Madness and then winning a game, and then the second game they got absolutely blitzed about, but that was expected. But good for him. He already turned into the transfer portal, I saw. I don't know if that was a joke or not, because their coach was rumored to become an NC State coach. So they were joking. I don't know if it's joking or real, but apparently he already headed into the transfer portal and went to the NC State, and he was getting NIL money.
Oh, I want NIL money, by the way.
Me too. Imagine that, like the team manager's getting more NIL than you, because he's just holding a boombox. That's all he's doing. Like,
it kind of makes me mad too, because it's like, goddamn, like,
and you know how prideful players are, so they definitely were like, "Oh, this is cute and fun," and then, "Oh, good for him getting all his money," but what the fuck?
Yeah,
he's not even on the team. Like the cheerleaders were wearing his shirts and socks, and it was just like, that's cool, good for him. But if I was a player, I'd be like, what the fuck?
I'd definitely be like, what the fuck? Are you serious right now? But I want some of that NIL money. All those t-shirt companies out there that use my name to sell their t-shirts, I want some NIL money. I need some NIL protection, because I need it for my professional life too, because there are people who, when I take a selfie at one of their events, they then use my face on their promotional materials.
Really?
Yes.
I believe
without paying me. So I need an NIL contract, because you can't just steal my selfies, slap it on a flyer, and then promote your event.
Oh my God, Nikki's gonna be there. I gotta go. Like, yeah.
Well, people do that. They're like, Nikki's gonna be there, and I'm like, that's like, I should be paid for that, right?
Facts.
I think so. Listen, networking 101, or it's not even networking 101. This goes back to the club days, right? Like who you put in that room matters. And like, it matters if I'm in a room or not, like you remember standing in line, see if you can try to get into a club or not, right?
Yeah, of course. Oh, I forgot completely. Back to, we'll do it after. Finish the
Well, I'm
question.
trying to transition because you forgot it. That's why I'm bringing up the club situation. But, because last week we were talking about you having to be a wingman, and I had this club scenario I was just thinking in my head. But, did you ever not get into a club?
No, we went to the right places. We weren't that cool. And then one time,
because I know who you used to hang out with, and definitely not cool.
I mean, thanks. But
well, come on, I got to throw it back in your face sometimes.
For sure.
The only reason I got a nice intro today was because it's my 5-year anniversary, and even that lasted like 2 seconds.
No, I've been pretty good tonight. No, the one time I felt cool was Thanksgiving Eve, and
biggest party night of the year, by the way.
Yeah, and it was like a big enough bar in Rockville Center, and my old basketball coach was bouncing at the bar, and I just like dapped him up, and he goes, "Oh shit, okay, how many people? Like 5?" And then we just like jammed in, and everybody's like, "What the fuck?" That was cool. That was the only time I ever had that feeling.
Did you have a fake ID?
No, I never needed one.
Because you're tall.
I was tall, and then me and my friends would just stay back, and we would hang out and like have people come to us, type of thing. And then we actually knew the guys that ran the bar that we would go to in college, so it was pretty easy for me.
All right, so let me ask you this. Let's like take this club scenario, right? Let's say, Tommy DeVito's in the club, Jameis is in the club.
You got no problem going in because I'm with you.
Who, me?
Yeah. All right, go on.
I think it's the other way around. You and I got in the club. You got in somehow because you look like a stalker, like just trailing behind me. Well, you broke into my house, so.
Oh yeah, great.
Right? I mean, aren't you crazy?
Yep.
No. So I would say, like, I feel like Tommy DeVito has some game. Like, I feel like he could close a deal with a girl. Now he's got to bring. Yeah. He still lives at home, so like.
He has an apartment.
He has an apartment. Please, his mom's Italian. Like, she's probably over there all the time.
It's all
good.
Like
knocking on the door, right? So I feel like Tommy DeVito's like the good time guy. Like maybe like not like a one night stand, maybe like a 2 or 3 night stand. Like you could just have fun with him for a few days, right? Like nothing crazy. I feel like Jameis, if he's probably the type where like you could date for a while. But like you're not marrying him, right? And you'd want to marry like an Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. But the thing with Jameis is he had a lot of fun in college and he has a lot of red flags, but he's still like, all right, he's grown. Maybe I could take him to my parents. We could like have him around friends type of relationship with them. And then at the end of the day, it's not going to last long, and it is what it is. And you could be like, all right, we had our fun. We knew this wasn't a complete thing. We still have big love for each other. But at the end of the day, we weren't compatible, and we had our fun type of relationship, I think Jameis would be for us.
Yeah. You're not marrying. He's not your future.
It would be like, remember the time I went out with so-and-so and we did that? That would be like the equivalent to like, oh man, remember when Jameis threw for 400 yards and he threw to Neighbors for 4 touchdowns and we still lost 25-20 against the Cowboys? So close. Great times type of thing. I could totally see that happening like next year in this time of year of like, oh man, remember that fun game Jameis had for us? Like
remember those fun 6 weeks and and then that was it. By the way, has a girl ever broken up with you and said that stuff to you? Like, we had our fun and it's been real? And
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think it was more of the, we just weren't compatible. So it was just, all right. it was what it was, you know?
Does she give you the? It's not. It's
Of
not you. It's
course.
me.
I mean, of course, the playbook.
The playbook.
Yeah. Oh, come
What
on.
What did you used to say to girls when you would break up with them?
I wasn't that cool enough.
Oh, so
No,
you never did the breaking up?
I did once, and it was pretty bad. I felt bad.
You felt bad.
No, it just ran its course, and it was just like, eh.
What did you say? I'm sure you strike me as the type to be sensitive about it, nice about it at least.
Yeah, I was nice about it. I was just like, I'm sorry. She was a smoker, and I'm like, I can't do it.
Oh God, ew, yeah, like kissing an ashtray, right?
Yeah, I'm like.
How long did that last? Because if you don't like smokers,
it was so short. It was within a month. It wasn't even.
Oh, I mean, that isn't. I mean,
but yeah, that was one of those things. Was still trying to feel shit out, and hey, barbershop.
What's up? Watching these chirps give me a heart attack. Yes, me too. I am like, oh, come on, pull this out. I feel like a month though is you're not really girlfriend material and boyfriend material.
No, and it was college, but it was just like, yeah, I just wasn't feeling it.
So you only broke up with a girl one time, and all the other times the girls broke up with you?
One mutual, and then the other one was them, yeah. And then the other one was just like a weird, like too complicated, and I'm like, no, we can't do it.
She was complicated?
The whole scenario was complicated, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Oh yeah, you don't seem like the type to want to get involved in like complicated.
Do you know me? How lazy I am?
Well, you keep telling us every week how lazy you are.
True,
yes, though. We are ready for the Jameis Winston experience. We were just saying how he's like Danny's saying how he's like that girl that you can have fun with for a few months. Maybe she comes to dinner at your parents, lasts like a year, and then it's like, all right, like we had our fun.
Yeah, and then you're like 6 months later, you're like, damn, that was fun time when Jameis throws for 400 yards and he connects with neighbors for like 3
Is he
touchdowns.
Like the equivalent of, I don't know this because I'm not a guy, believe it or not, although there are plenty of people who think I'm trans.
Well, sometimes your eyebrows are a little higher than normal, I guess.
That must be what it is. Is he like the equivalent of the crazy redhead? Because the stereotype is redheads are crazy in bed.
Here's the definition, because it's like, he's the bipolar girl. He's gonna be like, oh my God, I love you. Like, let's do this
like
and that, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh my God, I love you so much. And then literally next minute, I'm gonna stab you. I'm gonna I don't want to go out with you anymore. And like, this is terrible. And like, ooh. That would be the equivalent of him just throwing up picks, and we're like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
So he's the crazy. So it's true. The redheads are crazy.
Yeah, for the most part, they're different. You don't really.
They're different.
Yeah, I mean, everybody can be blonde.
No, not everybody can be blonde. I'll tell you that right now. There are some people out there who do not have the skin tone or the personality to pull off blonde.
I agree with that.
Not my shade, anyway. This is Nikki blonde. This is custom colored.
And who did you say does their hair? Your stylist does hair for, or good friends with?
Oh, I'm keeping that a secret. I'm not saying that because that's like, forget it. I'll never hear the end of it. But this is we call it we just call it the Nikki Nick blondes when we're in the salon. So
fair enough.
You know what I mean? But not everybody can be blonde. It's a certain type of person that, can pull it off.
You got that right. So
I don't think I've ever been broken up with. I usually
not shocked by that.
Would always leave. I would be the one to be like, I'm kind of
the thing with you is you'll get the ick way too fast, and like it would be the most like painless, harmless thing. And you automatically get the ick, and it's just like, all right, cool. Thanks for wasting my night.
Oh no, I would. Oh, your night. Oh, okay. Like I was not one to like waste people's time, but like if I was over it, I was over it, right? Mm-hmm. And then like, I just never talked to that person again because that's how I am. Just like we're done. Thanks for playing the game. What do they do in Monopoly? Pass go, collect your 200 bucks. Like.
Right.
I just I would always just be slightly detached from like everybody and just kind of be like, all right, I'm kind of over this now.
Yeah, you're definitely that type.
Okay.
But no, it's not a
bad.
bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just like you know how to rip the Band-Aid off, and like you didn't waste 6 months of your life.
Oh no, never. Never.
That's where you and me are different. I'm like, oh, I can't do that conversation now. I'm having too much
Oh no,
fun.
fuck no. If I'm not feeling it and I'm done with it, no. We're having a conversation. I'd have it. We're done. Or sometimes it was a text, like, back in the day on my BlackBerry, right?
Face.
It was just be like, yeah, I'm not feeling this anymore.
Fair.
And like that's it. Like, what are you gonna like? Why would you carry it out for 6 months if you didn't even like?
Right? No, I know. I just gave it a random number.
You didn't. I feel like you're totally that type to be like, let me try it again this month, or I don't want to have this conversation.
Oh, for sure.
I think you're just like non-confrontational at heart. Like you don't.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck. I don't want to do this right now.
Are
That's
you?
why I would be the worst manager of all time.
You'd be a terrible manager because you'd want everyone to like you. You'd have to have really tough conversations. Like if you
I fully admit it though. You're not hurting my feelings. I know that.
I'm not. No, I know you admit it. You're like one of those like people pleasers. Like you just want to find. So like you are, because when I would butt heads on our previous show, 2 shows really, or 2
places,
we're always like in trying to like mediate, right?
Because I felt like, all right, this isn't like a real job, and it's just like at the end of the day, we're gonna have to be in the same format and other things, and if God forbid we needed to like talk to them ever again, it would be like, all right, whatever,
Right. I'm always the one
fuck
like,
this shit. I don't want to do this.
I'm like, I don't care. Burn the fucking bridge to the ground. And
I have to like be translator and everything like that.
Well, not translator, but you would definitely try to mediate both sides, right?
Yeah, because you'll blow off the handle way too quickly. And I'm like, Nick, give it an hour. And then when I see you post a story, like, calm down. I'm like, okay, good. I got her. Thank God.
Well, I just, but I think there's a lot of people that are just non-confrontational people, and us confrontational people need people like you in the world to, there's got to be mediators in the world, but you'd be a horrible manager, like horrible.
I'm brutal at it. I'm fully aware of it.
You have to be okay with people hating you. That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Dan, you can't tell Nikki to calm down. She's at 1,000% all the time, basically.
Yeah, well, she oddly listens to me. I'm one of the few people she listens
to. Basically.
So
sometimes you tell me to calm down too soon, and it just irritates me even more. And I'm like,
no, I'm not calming down. I know. Yeah, well, sometimes you're so dramatic, and they're like, Nick, is it worth it?
Yeah, well, sometimes it is worth it,
Yeah, but when I say it too early, it's Nikki, shut up. You're being dramatic right now, and carry on.
It's like I have my reasons why I get upset over certain things,
Yeah.
Like I don't think I'm being dramatic. I just think I'm the type of person where I will fight.
Sometimes you need to be told shut the fuck up and just get on with it, and other times I let you like vent and do everything, and I'm like, okay, cool, you're done.
I am just the type that I will fight anyone, anytime, any place.
Aware. I am fully aware of that.
I don't care. And if I got something to say, I'm going to say it. But there's a lot of people in this world who sugarcoat things, and they're non-confrontational. And that's it. I'll just come right at you like a bull in a china shop,
Sure will.
Which is why breaking up and firing people is easy for me.
Yeah. Next. Oh, we didn't build a 3-year friendship. Oh, Danny, I'm done doing podcasts.
Hey, I've moved on several times from co-hosts, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when I left Blonde Blitz in a blaze of I am done.
Okay.
What? That's what it was.
No, that's what I'm saying. That was fun.
You trying your best to mediate.
Well, it took months to mediate between you guys, but that's beside the point.
Because nobody wanted to rip the Band-Aid off. Who's the one that technically broke up with them? Me. I did the breaking up for all of us because all four of us did not want to be in that relationship. So I said, I'm done. Yes, in the words of the Queen of Pop, she's a firecracker and she makes it hot. Circus is one of my top favorite Britney songs.
Hold on. Britney is the Queen of Pop?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't agree.
Who else would be the Queen of Pop? Don't fucking say Madonna.
Seriously? Madonna would wipe the floor with Britney Spears.
Absolutely not.
This is a LeBron. This is a LeBron.
No, we're not talking about
LeBron. This is a LeBron Jordan scenario. If it wasn't for Madonna crawling, Britney and Christina and all those bitches would
no. Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little something. Okay, if you watch Britney in her, I'm not talking about her spinning in her fucking living room half naked. Okay, I'm not talking about today. But Britney was heavily influenced by Janet. And if you watch them, they have very similar styles, right? I don't think like the, media branded her as like, Madonna 2.0, but her dance style, like just everything about it was more Janet, like, which I could totally see.
This is like what it feels like when I talk wrestling to you.
At least Britney is a pop fucking cultural icon. You mean to tell me, like, you didn't have a Britney poster up in your room when she came out with Baby One More Time?
Yeah, of course. And you're using that was more of a oops, I did it again. But
oh right, yeah. How many times have you been on the show telling me with this?
No.
You said you liked her in the red leather cat suit.
Yeah, that red leather cat suit was puberty, man.
So let's like not. I'm sure you didn't have a Madonna poster up in your room. Which Madonna's not even. Britney's a better dancer than Madonna.
Yeah. Well, my brother loved Britney. Like obviously,
I'm sure.
Like how. He loved Britney as much as like why you love Britney. And,
for different reasons on why you loved Britney.
Yeah.
Please do not compare the Queen of Pop to your stupid wrestling shit. Like that is the most ridiculous thing ever. Darius says Blackout is a solid album, and this was when she was at the bottom. Yes, Blackout is a fantastic. Yeah, give me more.
What? Give me more. Oh, that is a good song.
Yeah, like the whole album is great. Now you know what? Tomorrow when I work out, it's gonna be a Britney kind of day because now I'm feeling it.
Okay. Can you believe Danny said he's not the Queen of Pop? All right. Can't wait for that.
To be fair, like she's our generation's Queen of Pop.
Oh, yeah. Our generation's without a doubt.
We were like little when Madonna was like at her.
Oh, yeah. We're too young for Madonna.
Britney came on the scene. What was it? 1998, 99. It was a freshman in high school, and she came on the scene and was like, "Oh, hello."
Hello is right.
You see, like, don't act like you don't like this conversation.
Oh, I do. I like to chime in.
Yeah, you like the conversation. The only wrestling conversation I liked was when we had to pull up the guys, and even then I didn't like it because I only picked one out of 24.
Yeah, that's a you problem.
It's not a me problem. They all look fucking weird. I'm very picky. What do you want from me? It's a certain look I like,
Mm-hmm. I want that.
Like you said, I get the ick. I get the ick quick. We are tied 64-64 Terps.
Oh boy.
Versus Rams.
All right. All right. So I think Christina Aguilera's Dirty video is so good though.
Were you a Jessica Simpson kind of guy? Were you the trifecta?
How about the quadruple? Is it the 4? What's 4?
Who's 4? Mandy Moore?
Yeah. She was good too.
Candy, huh?
It was basically.
She was like fucking 15 in that video, right? I just want to.
So was I.
Just
I was
putting
in
it out
eighth
there.
grade.
Not meaning
She's
it
older
to
than me.
you. I mean, there's probably people our age now who are like, oh my God, she looks so.
Yeah.
So Jessica Simpson when she came on the scene, or Daisy Duke Jessica Simpson? Because now she's got Ozempic face and she looks like she's 100 years old.
Up into Daisy Dukes. Mandy Moore was always fourth. Brittany was number one. And then Christina was number two. And then Jessica. But Jessica, I wish she had more poppable songs. She would have blew them out of the water.
Yeah. She had a couple.
I think she has Christina has the best voice.
Yeah, she has the best voice. I think, I don't know. I feel like Nick Lachey just like, maybe she got married too soon to him. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was a great show though.
Yeah, we made one of our all-time jokes, the tuna fish of the sea. Is it chicken? Yeah, all-time moment.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I mean, that was a great scene, but they were so young. By the way, I used to love Nick Lachey. Like, that's like the kind of look that I like. He still looks good. Oh, you don't watch Love is Blind. We went over this last week.
He's on Love is Blind. He's one of the hosts.
Him and his wife. Yeah.
Okay. Boy band.
98 Degrees. What are you talking about?
Hold on. I know the band he was in, 98 Degrees. I was following up, like, if you had to see a tribute, not tribute, if you had to see, hold on. Oh, God. Do you even know I was on
What
the
are we
board?
talking about right now?
I'm sorry, my draft popped up at the wrong time.
Oh, my God. You and your 87 baseball drafts. Like,
anyway.
Darius is Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, okay. So are you Backstreet Boy or in sync type of guy, girl?
Type of guy. Well, I was just a Nick Lachey kind of girl. I guess I wasn't like one way or the other with NSYNC or Backstreet Boys because it was more like song specific.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was kind of like today's equivalent of like I didn't have a team. I just liked one of the athletes. And so that's what, you know what I mean? Like if I like the song, I like the song. I wasn't like crazy, you know, either way. And then Justin did Britney dirty. And then I was just like, done with this douchebag, you know?
So
then he came with Sexy Back. And it's like, how do you not love that song?
That whole album was gold. I love that album.
Oh, I love that album. And then like he was in the woods writing poetry and that just didn't hit. And I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, I think at the time I liked NSYNC more, but as the days were going on, Backstreet Boys is more of a playable band.
If you really want me to age myself, like the first boy band.
Oh, here we go. You're so old. Oh,
New Kids on the Block.
Wow, you're old.
You're only like 2 years younger than me, so you're gonna act like you don't know who they are.
The Right Stuff. Yeah, of course.
You're the one singing it. You know what I mean? By the way, nobody thinks I look the age that I am, so I will take that.
The perks of not having children.
The perks of Botox. Yeah, and I don't stress myself out with gremlins. Yeah, 100%. You are right about that. Absolutely. Yes. Mm-hmm. All right, let's talk about it. Your the birthday party was canceled, right? Because
my son has the croup. Unfortunately, bad cough. Everything's okay, but we didn't want to get anybody sick, so we just did the small family of pizza and cake. He enjoyed it. It was the basic vanilla cake, so it was a good time by all. Pizza was pizza, the same old standard pizza.
Wow.
Nothing really.
You're really selling it. Oh, Darius's birthday is next Saturday. He's gonna be 33.
Wow, Darius, happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Yeah, my dad's is next Sunday. I'm just gonna bring him.
And my brother's is tomorrow, and Anthony's was yesterday. So yeah, it's fun. So tonight we had lasagna at my mom's for my brother's birthday. So it was cool.
Oh, did he pick that, or she just decided?
No, he picked that. So
lasagna.
Yeah, it was good.
With the meat in it.
Yeah.
Well, some people do a veggie.
No, I know exactly, but no, it was your standard.
Were the noodles hard and crunchy?
Yeah, the only way to have them.
Ew, you eat the crunchy noodles?
That's the best part.
It's fucking disgusting.
No, it's the best part. You gnaw on it. Oh, so
Ew, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
the
disgusting.
best part is burnt cheese. Of course, you don't like that. Shocking.
I'm talking about the noodle that's like.
But you 9 out of 10 times the burnt cheese is on top of the burnt noodle.
Darius is telling me to leave you alone because lasagna is awesome.
Yeah, well.
What did you have with it? At least a salad? What would I do?
Yeah, it was a salad today. It was your basic Italian salad. So
Did you have garlic bread or
yeah, we had garlic bread.
this game is heated. It's 68-66. The Terps just took the lead. There's a minute and 36 seconds left. Did you have birthday cake for your brother?
Yeah, we had my mom made homemade crumb cake. That's always our favorite cake that my mom always made. So yeah.
Oh, your mom's just been going all out. St. Patty's Day, the birthdays.
Yeah.
Wow. God bless mom, right?
Yeah. We're lucky. We're lucky to have her.
Yes, you are.
So yeah, no, that was my weekend. What was yours? I know you celebrated with your dad, so how was that?
Yeah, that was good. You know, got to see the family yesterday. And but his birthday's on the 30th, so next Sunday. So I will bring him, I think, cupcakes and donuts. He's a junk food junkie.
Like me. That's why he's awesome. I
that's really all he wants in life is to like sit in his comfortable recliner chair with a bowl of ice cream and watch sports.
My kind of guy.
He doesn't want to be bothered. You know what I mean?
And him being your dad, I so much credit to that guy. That guy is going straight to heaven. He's getting like Disney Fast Pass. If heaven is a thing.
Getting cloud pass. He's getting the good clouds up there.
Having 3 daughters and one of them being you, it's a great thing. Yes, I'm gonna be like whatever, but like you are a handful, and just having to deal with you as a child and a teenager and a young adult, it's just he deserves a lot of props, and your mom too. But oh man, I'm sure the battles between you and your mom, God.
My dad and I would get into it, but I would say, my mom is she's just like one of those. She's just so goddamn nice and happy and patient. And my dad gets irritated very quick, and he's just got like a hairpin trigger, and he's got no patience, and like so. If anyone's wondering which parent I got most of my personality from, that should tell you everything you need to know.
Yep. I believe it. So where did you go out to dinner or lunch, I should say, with them?
Well, he likes we just tied it up with 45 seconds left.
You're rooting for Maryland, right?
I am. Yes. Okay.
You said we.
We meaning like yes, we as
making sure
as the whole. No, he wanted to go to Longhorn, so I got a Caesar salad with grilled shrimp. I think he got a ribeye or something, or my sister and the kids, whatever they got. The little one was on one yesterday, so
poor Ava.
Yeah, it was one of those. My sister she's like, that's it, I'm taking her out, and she had to go outside, and she never came back after a while. So yeah, it was one of those, but it was good.
I know how that is. The 5-year-old tried to ruin the birthday cake celebration. I'm like, no, get over here. Yeah, I know that fan.
Yeah. So, but you know what? It was good to see my family, but that's why I'll bring him cupcakes and donuts from these 2 places in Red Bank next week, and go hang out with Dad for a little bit. Like I said, he's just a chill guy. He just wants to eat his cupcakes and his cookies and his ice cream and watch sports, and wants to see if his daughter's on TV, and really that's it. Wants to be left alone generally.
I get it.
You know how parents are. They're your biggest fans.
Oh yeah, for sure. So hope everybody liked the show tonight. As always, like and subscribe to TNL _NYS on Instagram, and then of course on YouTube, Thunder and Lightning New NY Sports. Please like and subscribe to that. We are 1 away from 150 subs.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like, we're trying here.
Come on, guys. Come on.
We're trying here. So we'd appreciate hitting 150. I know other shows are like 150. Are you kidding? That's terrible. But with our own little rate pass and that home office of everything that we do of podcasting. We're the little engine that could. But all that being said,
We're getting there.
we're getting there.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
So please like and subscribe. Nikki,
please like and subscribe because you don't know what day I'm gonna pop up with fake ones. You know,
well, that would be a fun day.
I might.
Yeah, I still don't think you will.
What?
Do it.
Get them? Never know. People already think I have them, so
I know that's what that's a credit to you. I mean, if they already think I got it, why do all the pain? That's my logic.
Because at a certain age, I think you got to just refresh things a little bit. But I've never had plastic surgery. I have to come on here every week and tell people this. But
who knows? Anyway, have a great week. Be sure to check us out next Sunday. And have a great week, and we will be popping by at some point doing shorts and reels about March Madness at some point. But as always, thanks for watching, and have a great week.
Bye.